Someone left a comment on one of our videos the other day that made us just both stand up and kind of go, wait, what? It was something we embarrassingly had never considered.
So for some context, 30 years of our adult life we spent in areas of the country and in our times of our careers that we were really focused on the numbers going up, whatever numbers those were.
Right, if it was like achievement, it was number of clients, it was like whatever it was. We lived in such a competitive environment. You know, we worked in a really competitive industry. We lived in very, very competitive places. We lived in Connecticut, we lived in California, where everybody was sort of on that treadmill. And so it was just the water we swam in.
And it really defined how we lived our lives. We've addressed this before in other videos, but when we first meet people, especially when you move to a new location, you're meeting people all the time. The habit is to say what you do. And that's...
If you're from the US.
If you're from the US, that's very much what you do.
We thought we'd left the need to be seen a certain way back in the States.
And then the rental car happened.
We've been renting a car for God knows how freaking long. We have been renting a car doing long-term rentals, but we went to, renew it for the balance of our time here before we go back to the US for the summer. And it had more than doubled. And
summertime.
Yeah, summertime, which we get, right? But it was way too expensive. Like, absolutely no way I'm paying that. Not a chance.
We all have our limits.
Exactly. That was totally mine. And that was enough. I just said, that's it. I'm returning the car. And I asked them if they had anything smaller or less fancy or, stick shift.
Now, I love nice cars, so I always try to get cars that are fun to drive. And I had BMWs for years and years and Teslas, and this has always been a thing for me. So, and Cheryl was trying to, accommodate that.
I was, but this was my red line. And so they came back to us and they didn't have anything. Everything was crazy expensive. And then
a unicycle.
We found a car that was significantly less. And I said, that's it, we're just gonna do it. You've gotta suck it up and we're gonna get this car.
Only for a month or whatever to go back to the States.
Thinking, okay, end of discussion. So we pick up this car, we return a really nice BMW and go and pick up this little Subaru. It was actually kind of nice. It was fine for me, completely fine, but it was this big.
Clown car.
It was this big.
Yeah.
And
which, by the way, is great for parking. So
I loved it.
I was trying to look at the positives, like, wow, I can park anywhere in this thing.
You never even once said that.
Well, I said that
because it's a great
It was my
car.
inner justification for driving a clown car.
I'd like to tell you how long we drove that clown car.
One day. Okay, look.
Let me just say one more time. It was completely fine.
All right, this is probably my issue. I'll own this.
Oh, yes. so let me just continue this, okay?
Okay, fine.
We get back to our house, and our parking garage is filled with really nice cars, like much nicer cars than we will ever have.
That nobody drives. So if anybody is watching this from our development and you have a car sitting there, like we're open
We'll drive it for you.
We'll drive it for you. We'll keep it tuned.
But
Reiner, you know I'm talking.
They're all sitting there, and he pulls in the Peugeot, and he's like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Okay, so this is my issue, and this goes back a long way. I gotta give some context. One of my first cars was a car my dad gave me that was, it was like a Ford not a Mustang. It was some Ford, but it had rusted and fallen apart, and you could see through the floor. And the hood, in the first week I drove it while I was driving, just came up from, the air got under it, it came up and fell on the roof. I didn't have any money back then at all, so I actually put the hood back on and tied a rope around it. and then my door wouldn't open, so I had to, the windows, I had them permanently down, and when I needed to get in the car, I would just climb in the window, it was, okay, so.
Sleep didn't know this story.
It was a really humiliating. It was a humiliating car.
I'm gonna give you a pass for this.
And literally, I would park it in our town. And I was living in Westport, Connecticut, which is a pretty well-off community. And I was driving this thing. By the way, my first car was a mail truck with 300,000 miles that broke down every other day. But I could stand up, had big windows. I thought it was really cool. This car was embarrassing. Every time I would park it in town and I would walk back to it, there would always be a group of people standing around laughing at it. Like literally laughing at it. And I'd have to walk up and kind of keep my, what swagger I had, go and jump into the car through the window, start it up, blah, 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 and then drive away. It was like, you know, this damaged me, okay? So I think I made a decision at that point, wow, someday I'm gonna have a car that doesn't make people laugh. So now I'm back in a little car and in a place that—
Perfectly fine little car.
It was a perfectly fine car, but in the area of Connecticut that I grew up in, it was very, you know, status oriented, and I hated that, and I never wanted to do that, and this is why I had a mail truck, and this is why I actually did drive that car of my dad's for so long. And anyway, so here I was again in this little car, parked in this beautiful, clean garage next to these really, really nice cars. So I really wanted to change it back in. I really did. I have to admit it. I was shallow.
I mean, it was kind of pathetic.
I just told you the
small.
history.
Okay, but I didn't know that.
No, I know you
I didn't know that.
This is not one of those things you tell someone when you first start dating them.
I can see why. There was some real status pressure that surfaced from this. It was like this tiny little, very unimportant experience. But that idea of status and self-worth really came through in this. And it was, I mean, it was a dumb car, which to me, a car is for getting you from A to B.
And honestly, like I said, I thought we were past that. I thought I was past that. But obviously I had something that triggered.
Right, yeah. We didn't agree on that. But the next day we went and got a Volkswagen.
Okay, so
Are you happy with it?
I am actually.
Okay.
So we caved for that. But the comment that came through from one of our viewers that really made us start thinking about all this is that your net worth is equivalent to or representative of your self-worth, your worth in the world. And that is something that is drilled into us for so long, drilled into me for so long that I actually, you know, believed it to this day, to the point where I sent this car back.
They said the concept of net worth is really foreign to me. The concept
yes, that's
of
right.
net
That's what
worth.
it was.
The concept of net worth is really foreign to me. And at first it was like, what does that mean? And then it was like, oh my God, right. We're making our value as a person is tied to this number.
A number that, by the way, is who's interpreting what your net worth is.
Because there's never enough. It's not like you hit a net worth.
If it's financial, it's never enough.
It's never enough.
The thing is that your net worth, if you think about it, includes and should include, and I believe in Europe and Spain specifically where we are, it includes your time that's your own time. It's what you do with your time. It's the kind of life you live. It's the experience of life that you're having. It's not how much you have, it's what you do with what you do have and how you make that into a life that you want. And I really love that, but I'm mad at myself for lapsing back into old behavior from a stupid car.
So we're gonna go back and change it back?
What do you mean? Oh, the car? Yeah, it's nowhere near nice enough. It's a piece of junk. I want something better. You know, honestly, I really could do that. I'm not going to do that, but I really could do that.
You could not do it.
But I do enjoy driving. I really do.
Okay, fair enough. Now you've told this story. I think we can all commiserate with you a little bit.
Thanks,
I mean,
guys.
not really, but yeah.
I think this kind of a situation that brings up this stuff is really good because it lets you know what you haven't resolved yet. It's like in therapy, the stuff that's still the issues comes up in one way or another. So I like that this came up because it really made us talk about it and be aware of it. And I'm realizing, wow, I have not actually reconciled this particular piece of the world in my perspective.
And I think, you know, I see a lot of videos with people who are like, yes, I used to be this way, but now I'm completely a changed person and I'm not like that anymore. I've seen the light. But you know what?
That's really true.
That's kind of BS.
Yeah.
Like for almost everybody, that's kind of BS. I think our awareness increases. I think we have more space and quiet to look at these things and ponder them. I don't know that I would have necessarily before when I was so busy, but you know, we're super imperfect. And, but I do think it's something that we are now newly conscious about and aware of, and I think that it really gives us something to kind of
work on
and ponder, right?
Yeah.
And I think so.
And that's life. It's about evolving and changing. And this is just one thing that came up that, oh, I thought we were beyond that, and we're not.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And there's probably a lot of things like that are going to come up.
Definitely,
you know?
definitely.
Everywhere you go, there you are.